excited. I just watched the opening cutscene and I didn't realize it was going to play as soon as I started the game up. So I just watched it instead of streaming it. But that was sick. So let's play the following language. Traditional Chinese. Don't need to worry about that. In order to play, download a question must download the latest data from download content. Okay. Wow, that's a font. I don't think I need to change anything. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have clicked this button. But we'll survive. My internet's pretty good, so it should be alright. I'm still deciding which weapon to go with. I think I'm going to go Switch X. Hey, here we go. So does it just automatically download? Right, okay, so I'll do this off stream, because it looks like most of this stuff is stuff I can't do anyway. This is very cute though. Wow, there is a lot. Item pack seems like a good idea to download, just so I don't have to worry as much. Create new character. Here we go. Oh wow, that actually looks pretty good for this generation of game. I kind of love that one. Well, I have blue eyes. Probably just blue. Why is it? Yep, that's fine. It's not far off. I wish I could have that stick in the brain. Ah, if only, man. That's pretty accurate. My ponytail's not very long. There's a lot of hairstyles. Is it old? It's not that old. Where was it? Lederhosen! Absolutely. Your hunting sounds summons which kinds of attacks? I'm gonna go with aerial. Because I'm playing solo. So it just seems like a good idea for like mounting monsters and stuff. Spin attack slashes all attacks around you during execution, being vulnerable to monster attacks. Face technique, absolute evasion. From corkscrew like evasion, providing a window of opportunity to make an emergency escape spots for a lengthy period. Seize your weapon automatically on use. Escape runner briefly stops depletion while running away from large monsters and dashing or transporting items. This boost of adrenaline will only last a short amount of time. Wait, so... basic technique as well. We'll just do ground force. For now, if you want to change, we'll change. Hey, baby! Oh, you can see Silver Rathalos up in the mountains. That's cool. This game looks pretty fantastic, considering how old it is, again. I don't believe we have met before, Hunter. What brings you to our village here in the Highlands? I see you've come on appointment from the Hunters Guild to work for the Academy. You must have traveled far. On behalf of Burner, let me welcome you, Hunter. I am chief of this humble village. Ours is a village rich with history centered around the Academy, created long ago to research the origins of the mysterious ancient limestone structure at the base of the mountain near here. The Academy is now one of the world's preeminent institutions on all manner of monster research, and Burner, which was founded from small settlements that cropped up around the Academy, has walked hand in hand through history with this most illustrious institution. I need to lower the game volume. Oh, am I still gonna have that? Oh, I want to check. If the audio is duplicating on stream. Oh, I'm gonna have to unmute again because I didn't mute quick enough. Unmute. No, it doesn't seem to be repeating. So, we can carry on with our lives. I remember that was a problem because it's coming through two audio sources, kind of. I'll find a workaround that if there is a problem. Anywho, forgive me, you've not come to me for a history lessons. Go introduce yourself to the Chief Researcher, and he will register your appointment as an Academy Hunter. You'll find him further up the path. You should be able to recognize him by the white researcher's coat he wears. Now, as for the matter of your lodgings, the researchers have no trouble sleeping among piles of books and reports. But few will allow you to use this guest house. Consider it your home while you work here, free of charge. Inside you will find an item box stocked with a selection of weapons. Use whichever one you think suits you. You will also have your own personal housekeeper who can help you with a variety of other services. Once you finish speaking with the chief researcher, come see me again. Where is it? There he is. The big boy. Okay, so we don't have any, like, potions or anything yet. Okay. Salutations, Meowster. May I call you Meowster? I'm the housekeeper in the Academy employ, yeah? Just say the word and I'll be there at your beck and call. I provide many services. Want to watch that movie or cutscene again? Allow me to show you to the gallery, yeah? Hungry for more quests? Seeking unique Palacos? Connect to the internet for downloadable content. So you see, Meowster, if you're looking for a little sugar and spice in your hunting life, then I'm your feline, yeah? I do need to run through two very important points with you, so clean the wax out of your ears now. 1. Before quitting the game, remember to use the bed to save. 2. When you return from a hunt, I highly recommend you use the item box to organize your items. Remember these 2 simple rules of paw, and you'll be one happy hunter now. Salutations, Meowster. Meow, may I be of assistance? I won't go ham with it. Should I always take a pickaxe with me? That's the thing, I don't know what is stuff I'm gonna need at all times. I know I'm gonna need steak. Silver eggs can be sold. Wait, can I take more than one? Cool. Just put that as is for now. Aha, you must be the new assistant the guild has dispatched for me. You're not quite as bookish as I expected. That's alright though, the academy is more than just about books and its study of monsters. Sometimes our research requires that we go out into the thick of things and study the monsters in their natural habitats. And that's where you'll come in, Deputy Researcher. You'll take care of the occupational hazards. Also, please sign this liability will have lasting effects from fire, poison, paralysis, slime, mold, viruses. Now then, currently our efforts have been concentrated on the Jurassic frontier. We're short-handed. There's lots still left to explore, so that's where you'll be going. Deputy, pen in hand, And sword 2, perhaps. Excuse me, snacks. You see that large white building at the base of the mountain in the distance? I actually don't. I genuinely don't. What? Where am I looking? I see blue flags. Anyway. That's the Academy Research Facility, the Hunter's Hope. Overseen by the Hunters Guild is just out in front of it. That makes Burner here a sort of gateway for relations between the Academy and the Hunters Guild. The Hunters Hope is run by the guild manager. Drop by to register yourself sometime. Oh no, look at me rambling on like I don't have reports to write and places to be. I'll take care of the paperwork, so in the meantime, why don't you talk with Burner Chief and see if he has any work for you. My mouth is super dry. Stay hydrated, kids. Ah, Hunter. I take it you've spoken with the chief researcher. He should be able to handle all of your paperwork. Now then, I imagine it will take some time before everything is squared away with the Academy. Until then, perhaps you could help me with a few quests. You could consider a bit of a warm-up before officially starting your work as an Academy Hunter. Once you're ready, you can visit the quest counter to accept quests. The quest counter is run by that young woman over there. She can be rather focused, but she means well. Speak with her and you'll find training quests as well as some one-star quests that I have requested. Should you need to review some of your basic hunter training, I recommend going over some of the training quests. The village also has facilities such as the market and armory, which should prove useful for your preparations. Also, if you take the path down to the right, you'll find yourself at the Palaco Ranch. The felines of Burner make their home there, and several of them run a variety of unique and useful facilities. You'll also find the Meowstress there. She scouts Palacos to aid hunters like you. Speak with her to learn more. Finally, please take this small allowance, a pittance but I pray it will help you on your journey, Hunter. Now then, the quest counter is waiting. Good luck, Hunter. Hi, Hunter person. Welcome to our little patch of heaven. So you're here to become a Academy Hunter, hmm? Well, you came to the right place. Did you know that Burner means gateway to the Academy in Wifarian? Well, actually, that's a lie. Even with all the blue skies, amazing cheesy cuisine, and adorable moofers, Burner's PR is kind of lacking. Burner deserves to be positively buzzing with tourists. I just need to think of something that appeals to the masses. You see, I'm kind of like Burner's ambassador. I'm always going to other villages, and oh gosh, look at me yapping on and on. It's just, when I start talking about Burner, I can't stop. Let me formally introduce myself. I'm the resident Burner gal. I run the quest counter here. I bet the chief sent you over here to have me set you up with some quests, didn't he? Well, if you need a quest, I've got 'em. Hunting, gathering, you name it. Each quest has a level because, hello, we don't want new hunters getting maimed out there, so for right now, only one-star quests for you. First time. It's not so bad. Better than getting ripped to shreds, right? Take a stab at some of these, and we'll go from there. Anyway, after you've accepted the quest, go left to the quest gate, and press the A button to take off. Keep in mind that once you accept a quest, you can't enter your house unless you cancel the quest. For that reason, put an item box near the quest gate in case you need to organize your stuff before leaving. Finally, if you need to practice hunting some more, you can pick a training quest from there. Throw out the boring details like how to use weapons and items later. For now, pick a quest! That's it. If you don't mind, I've got a PR campaign plan. Good luck out there. Anyway, here's all the questing action lined up for you today. Right. So let's do the training ones because... oh, wow. There's a lot. I mean, I know how to do the basics like this. I was more just hoping. Just like weapon usage. Let's do aerial style training. That should give me enough of a like explanation. Well, howdy there, darling. Welcome to my fine little grub hub, the Feline Bistro. The meals I prepare here are mighty good before hunts, as they give special bonuses. We do things pretty simple around here. Just grab a seat and choose order a meal. Then you order your dish. The kind of dish determines the bonuses you receive to stats like health and defense. Then you choose a sauce to go with it. Choose carefully, clause that affects what food skills you get. Pay for your meal in either zenny or academy points. Only one meal per hunt is permitted. Tell you what, darling, have this voucher on it. It'll let you eat for free and maximizes all stamina bonuses. Now that you know how we do things here, try perlacing an order yourself. Oh, this is confusing. Red's flinching. That's clever. Throw the fondue sticks away. High-powered blows in axe mode and fierce combos in sword mode. It's the switch axe in this quest. I, the master of style, teach you all about it in the high... Hey, it's me! You know, the world's greatest hunting instructor. You've come to the right man if you're looking to learn about the latest in weapons and hunting styles. Check the advice section of the start menu. I've saved you some note-taking by adding an overview of the weapon and style you're using under advice. Controls for each weapon and weapon controls. Make sure you check it out. There will be a test. And that test is right beyond that door there. Hunt the great macaw in the arena to complete the quest. Remember, once you enter the arena, the only way back here is to eat dirt and hitch a ride on the Feline Express. So be sure to take supplies from the supply box. Now get out there and learn. Overhead slash, side slash, X near rising slash, LX, forward slash, right bumper is morph, forward dodge, Y is she. Okay. Oh yeah, whetstones aren't free in this, aren't they? So does this income... Right, okay, so your stamina just goes up in this. Right. Now, we're just about ready to transform you into a proper hunter, but first, let me tell you about a very important topic of VIT, as I like to say. Did you know that you have access to sweet special moves known as Hunter Arts? Hunter Arts are secret techniques you can use at any time during a quest. For example, there are arts that can deal massive damage to monsters, arts that let you dash without losing stamina, arts to temporarily boost your attack strength, and much, much more. There are two varieties of Hunter Arts, those that are specific to weapon type, and those that can be equipped with any weapon. Luckily for you, I personally selected a weapon-specific hunting art for you to use. You're welcome. Here's how it works. The gauge displayed to the left of the item bar is called the Arts Gauge. It fills as you attack monsters. Got it? Good. Now get out there and lay smack down that great macaw. to fill the arts gauge. Make me proud. I am already bad. I'm supposed to be able to roll an attack. Ow! Ah! Damn! I didn't think I got it then. Oh wow. That takes a while in this. Now use your hunter art. It looks like a gauge. Once it starts flashing red, that means your hunter art is ready to use. So just use the directional buttons to unleash your hunter art. Over is ready. Up. Yeah. Remember, using a hunter art completely empty the art sketch. So don't just spam your hunter art at random. Instead, figure out what each one's especially good for, and learn to use them at the right time. Get strategic with it. Keep in mind that different hunter arts take different amounts of time to fill the arts gauge. Anyway, it's fighting time. In this training stage, you'll learn how to use a hunter art called Trance Slash. A barrage of blows alternate between axe and sword modes, culminating in a blast of elemental power. You can check the status section in the start menu, whatever you want to check the details of the equip hunter art. Keep that tidbit in mind while you're hunting. That's enough learning for now. Let's see how much you've retained. Get on out there, put this hunter art to test. Come on, come down. Come on. Hold on. I'll come to you. Hey! Okay. I didn't, so I'm gonna have to read up on that anyway. I have no idea what any of that means, but hey, thank you. Welcome to the chat. Ah! How you doing, Ghastly? Welcome to the Gablin, okay, man. If it wasn't already obvious, I am very new to this. Translash! Bam! Sounds like Prowler bias. Meant for bombing. Hey, we did it. Cool, you can off the new gens. Yep, absolutely. Oh, I mean, I should carve it, but it's just gonna give meds, isn't it? Yeah, pose. Cool. Organize my items. Protect me, you may want to hire at least 12 Palacos with some different biases. Even if you don't play Prowler, it'll def cut down on the grinding and make the game go much smoother. Cool, thanks man. I'll keep that in mind. Ah, Hunter person, I forgot something super important. It's about something called the Hunt of the Day. If you manage to hunt down the monster indicated by the Hunt of the Day, you'll pick up an extra reward. The Hunt of the Day quest is only available once, and if you complete it, and poof, it's gone. Oh, but it was refreshed twice a day. I'm guessing you main swags in the new gens. Mostly dual blades in new gens, but yeah, I played most of World with swags. And I've played a fair amount of Rise with Swax. But Swax is probably one of my favourite weapons. I need to go back to playing it in Rise, honestly, and tinker with it more. Because I do love the Swax. Only reason I didn't play it in Rise is because one of the friends I was playing with played Swax. So. Check your notes for the full lowdown. Anyway, here's all the questions. Is there a hunting training quest on mountain? There is not. Wow. Mounting monsters. Oh, okay, so when you hit certain monster with jumping tech in just the right spot, you'll be able to mount the monster. Once the monster is mounted, gauge will expire. First piece with X or A. But okay, cool. Hope you enjoy it. Swax is like one of the one weapons I haven't touched. Oh yeah. Ah, cool. ability to throw you off. When it thrashes the monster, I can give it turn red. Hold the R button to cling to it until it tires. Right, okay, if the hunter has attacked the monster, then attacks will contribute to the gauge, I suppose. Cool. Just wanted to check that. Crowd out there. Okay. Master of Style. Oh! So, arena quests. Armory, Smithy, Palaco Armory, Flight, Market. So do I have to make paint bombs myself in the field, or do I get them in box? Tried Adept and Alchemist Wax in my previous and often seen Adept Wax users just wreck house. This probably sounds like a bunch of babbling right now. That makes sense to me. I'm sure it will. Yeah, the main reason I wanted to play is I just wanted to see where Monster Hunter came from, you know. How do you feel about this terrain? New whetstone. Paintball, okay, yeah. I don't need these, don't need that. Yeah, you do, but you can buy paintballs. Okay. Well, I'm just fighting Makoas anyway, so... Ooh, intro. Let's find some Makoas. Ah, I should also gather, right? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Wow, how long can you gather? Damn. That was sick. Oh, it's them things. This is by far the #1 monster in the last. Oh, Untitled Chapter you can come to enjoy. I'm sure I will. It's going to be a steep learning curve, but I'm sure I will learn. I do love the little jump roll. There's some. Hello, guys. Time to die. I want this guy in Rise, man. He looks awesome. Oh, wow. I didn't know it worked against those monsters. Yeah, I know in World, it was like 3 gathers, and now it was 3 gathers per thing, and then in Rise, obviously, you gathered once but got all 3 things. Bird, Wyvern, Fang. So was World your first? Yes, World was my first Monster Hunter. Yeah, I already know most of the monsters because I've watched a lot of videos. I just want them to add the Tetsukabra, man. I love the Tetsukabra. It's a tadpole with tusks. I see you. And I know a lot of, like, sort of, more hardcore fans don't like Rise, but I really like Rise. I think Rise is awesome. I do hope that in Sunbreak they do make the game harder, though. It is pretty easy. The sound effects are pretty good. I like Rise, but I can definitely go a lot more gameplays. Absolutely. Is the audio balance alright, by the way, Gasly? Let us know. Sunbreak hype! Yeah. Awesome. And the game is audible, like, it's not too quiet. Fantastic, thanks so much. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna relearn Swax for Rise. What was I thinking? My brain's just melted. Is it a harvestable? It is. You think gathering is crazy? Just wait till you see bombing buyers prowling. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, the other weapon I use is hammer. I do like hammer. Hammer is fun. But hammer is more my DOS about weapon than anything else. It's not like a weapon I take particularly seriously in terms of what I build for it. I know what happens if I take an egg. I know what happens. Ooh, I don't really need to worry about my stamina, I don't think. Hammer's really cool, but I still need to try more styles of it. Yeah, it's a fun weapon. I do like being able to do the flipper dip dip on command in Rise. That's fun. Well, that way's a watery way, but we'll try. Oh, cool! I jump. Woo! In Gen U, anyway. All right. I did a superhero landing. Killer on your knees. It's big bonk mode supreme. Yeah, big bonk. Must big bonk. Hey, Grimalkins. Ooh, honey. I know honey is important. Yeah, so I'm going to be streaming this most days. Yeah, from now on. Ooh. Alright. Well then. There we go. Hey guys. This should be enough actually, isn't it? Alright, so I have to do the full combo before I can do this. Okay. Oh wow, those corpses disappeared quick. Ha! Pose! Quest complete! Oh, there's the Valstrax at the top there. That's cool. GG. Ah, Hunter, you seem to be doing well on your quests. By the way, the Meowstress has been looking for you. I'd give you a message myself, but I've forgotten the rhyme. Find her at the Palaco Ranch at the end of the path, to the right of the village entrance. The Meowstress is a Wyverian who scouts Palacos, felines that accompany hunters on hunts. She can tell you everything you need to know about the Palacos. Now don't keep her waiting too long, Hunter. Yeah, village in this might sound pretty slow. It'll get really good once you hit force down. Palaco time. Did you? I don't mind. I've played slow games before. It doesn't bother me. This game being slow is kind of good because long-term games are fun. What's this, a new face? So I could shout. Well, hello, I'm the Meowstress, the Palaco Scout. Scouts like me search the land far and wide for just the right felines to put by your side. Hey Wraith, welcome to the Gabbin Cave, man. How you doing tonight? These Palacos aid you in hunting and more. Their uses are many, functions galore. To start the recruitment, just select hire, and then choose the Palacos that you desire. Of course, you don't have to choose those that I have found. Simply choose Scout a Palaco, and I'll search around. And after some time, say the length of the quest, I'll be back with a custom-picked litter. Impressed? And once you have chosen your Palaco horde, you can manage them all at the Palaco board. As a sign of our friendship or proof of our ties, let me find you your first of the cute little guys. Bobtailed, striped, 2 spots or 3, name it, I'll find it. Now what'll it be? If you still have questions or seek words more precise, just pick the help option for tips and advice. Not one of the felines I find is a quitter. Have a look and you'll see. Take pit of the litter. It's very, very strange. Alright, simple. Now don't move an inch. I'll be back soon. This one's a cinch. Here we are, matched right down to the furry ear ends. I hope you'll be the best of friends. Ready to hire more? You know who to come looking for. Have you heard of prowlers, dear? They're felines even monsters could fear. When a feline takes up the prowler role, he's filled with the fire of a hunter's soul. Whenever you need a palaco to spot for you, say if you get tired, just choose a prowler from these you've hired. I'm sure there must be quite a few of the deers who are itching to start their own questing careers. From the palaco board, just select the switch to prowler onto subject. Charisma bias they gave you is usually really bad. Okay, no worries. Pick your prowler, then switch mode to your set. All done. You can switch back when you're through. If you have any questions, or if you're just bored, try selecting help at the Palaco board. As always, dear hunter, if it's felines you need, just come speak with me, and I'll find them with speed. Stay hydrated, gang. Alright, I'll sort the Palaco stuff off stream. Right now I just want to quest. Quest and make gear. Speaking of... It's been the new hunter in town. Welcome to the Banner Armory. Oh man, that's the first time I'm going to say that. What a rush. It's been a few days since I was put in charge of the store. You're my first real customer, but I'm not sure for telling me about the armory. Well, we sell craftsman-made weapons, armor here, but no materials needed, just cold, hard zenny. All of our equipment here is made by Manville. Next door, he taught me all the basic blacksmithing, so if you need some gear, you don't want to collect a bunch of monster parts, get it, come on by. Here, see what works to run. Hey, you're a new face, you're the new Academy Hunter. Well met then, Skibby. You'll be seeing lots of me. I'm Manville, the village smithy. If you need gear, then I'm your guy. Let's not waste any time with pleasure. Let me tell you just what the smithy is all about. There's 2 major things I can do for a hunter such as you. Forging and upgrading. Forging is where I make equipment from scratch. Just give me the materials and some zenny. I'm good to go. You'll need different materials based on the equipment. Monster bone, bones for bone gear, or for metal gear. I'm sure you gather the rest from there. As for upgrading, I'll cover that some other time. I prefer pounding some metal to flapping my gums, so if you need some gear, just give me a holler. Well, Skippy, what's it going to be today? Can I upgrade this? I can level it up with some ore. Can I forge any weapons? Doubt it, but make the iron axe. Okay. I'm guessing I can't make any armor. Nope, just the chainmail stuff. Okay. Well, why not upgrade my swag space? Hey! Quests. Oh, I need to equip a hunter art. Okay, so I have to do these in order to progress up. Where do I go to equip a hunter at? It's usually the sooner the better in Gen U because of the whole material drain and scouting process for my subjects, and of course, the look. Scouting if you want. Still go for whatever. Well, I've got all the DLC, like, all the extra, like, stuff it gives you, so I'm not too worried. Because it gives you a lot. The box, okay. Does it have to be the box inside my house? That's all items, no crafting material. I don't even know how to cancel the blooming quest. Whatevs. Alright, okay. No worries. I mean, it's just a gathering quest, so I don't really need to worry about my hunter out right now. But remind me when I come back from the quest, because I'll probably forget. I don't really want a full inventory when I'm doing gathering. So gather ferns. Okay. I think I can manage that. Speed jelly! Unique fern. Okay, I know there's another one that goes over here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. I want these things in Rise as well. That's I would find it very amusing if a devil just showed up. I know that is like completely impossible. I just find it amusing. So, do I have to deliver them? Yes. So I have to find the ferns and then deliver them to the bread box back at camp. Okay. So I want to get the unique mushrooms as well. Right, okay. That's a lot of food. You got it! I know no berries. Mushroom. Oh, okay. Does this count? Hey guys. think I've gotten all the unique ferns I need. How do I check? Oh, yeah. No, I need 2 more unique ferns. What do I get for the subquest? Just like more Zenny? Because if so, again, all of the DLC, like, free stuff that you get in this game will give me more Zenny than I know what to do with. I'll probably skip out on that. Get 2 extra items. Okay. Kind of doesn't matter in the early gathering here. I thought it would. You don't get 2, you get around 5 to 7. Alright, cool. I wanna hunt a meowster. The fungal hunt? Oh! Remembered. Change styles as arts. Aerial's fine. Counter arts. Translate. Okay. Cool. You know, it's funny because I made a protection bias prowler build called Mr. Krabs and made it look like Mr. Krabs and gave him the best stone fist armor and weapons explicitly so I could stun and knock out monsters and say, "Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?" That is amazing. I'm feeling like a total barnacle head! He was. He was feeling like a total barnacle head. I really ought to learn to say it, not spray it. Abyssal mushrooms. Hey, it's Elkas, or whatever they're called. Damn, that was a creepy noise. Oh, you can fish in this game. Cool. Nitro shroom. I want to gather ores just while I'm out because that seems sensible to me. Maclite! Dragon Amber piece. Ooh. Am I going to be able to up my own Monster Hunter park? I would love a Jurassic World Evolution Monster Hunter game. Like a park builder for Monster Hunter. That would be awesome. Hello, boys. Come on, come at me. Come on, I dare you. Okay, he did, and I whiffed. Is it macaw? Is that what that says? Macaw? I've never actually read the word macaw. I know the word exists. I just don't know how it's said. Abyssal mush. Where do I get abyssal mushrooms then? Abyssal mushrooms. Macaw. Okay. You can only find them deep inside the Jurassic frontier. Very distinct scent. Okay. So, well, what's deep inside? Macau. Mac, then ow, like ouch. Macau. Now I know. G.I. Joe. Oh, well, these are giant mushrooms. Hey, SSJ. Super Saiyan Jin 2 Shane. Welcome. Superhero landing. We are doing what I call learning the basics, because I'm stupid. I am not new to Monster Hunter, but I am new to old school Monster Hunter. Itch. Oh, it's, them. I've forgotten their names now. Roggies? Hello. Looks like it's a fight. That was awesome. Oi! Just fight! You started this! I didn't want to do this! You Dilophosaurus knockoff! Always pleasant to see a switch axe enjoy. Dude, switch axe is top tier. I love switch axe. Abyssal mushroom. Here we go. I need 5, right? 5. I just got 3. 3. Yeah, cool. So I only need 2. Sorry for the sniffles, by the way. I'm just a sniffly guy. No, leave me alone. No. Which style are you currently using? Aerial. Aerial seemed like a decent idea for solo switch axe, considering it allows me to mount easier. I might tinker with the other styles like off stream, but for now, we're going with aerial. This thing must be heavy. Like, this is made out of petrified rock. So, really heavy. Hunters aren't human, I swear. They're not. They're descended from dragons, according to the law. The original law, from what I remember, is that they are actually essentially genetically modified soldiers created by an ancient race. That's why not everyone can be a hunter. I have read a lot of the wiki. I am a little obsessed with Monster Hunter, to be honest. Oh, I just want to see what all these people have got to say. Ah, Deputy, I have assignment for you. You see, as a researcher, I specialize in monster data. My reports are part of the monster list, which you can find in your hunter's notes in the start menu. The monster list displays data on monster names, types, threat level, and how many you've hunted or captured. A lot of casual civilians hunted in Rise. Yeah, I thought that. But I think that law has been retconned, so I honestly don't know. Throughout the details, this includes my reports on their biology and countermeasures against them. I need you to check these notes and review them closely for accuracy and missing information. For now, I'll start you off with just a few to look at. I'll have more for you to check out over time. So do I actually have to scan those over? Well, if ain't the fresh-faced new hunter in town, welcome back to the bistro, darling. Have you had about to eat yet? I wish I had more dishes I could prepare for you, darling. The menu's so small, I've been thinking of expanding it with a little research and development, you might say. Want to lend a paw and help me out? All I need are some good ingredients to experiment with. Knowledge you want knowledge. Right, okay. When I discover a new dish, I'll add it to the menu. First, correct is how it all works. For now, we'll go with Larinos, salami, and Mo beef. They're both meat, but yeah. We'll just mix them both together and see how it turns out. It'll be fine after Ramos. First open the ingredient list, then pick Larinos salami, and then Mo beef. In that order, it's easy, close. You can only combine 2 ingredients that will make a dish you haven't discovered yet. Check health. New dishes was added to the menu. Go get them, Tiger. Alright, cool. I thought they might give me more missions, so... like side quests, like in World or Rise, but... nope. They do, though. Oh, okay. I usually just mash A whenever someone in Jenny is talking. They do a lot, actually. Oh, cool. Good to know. It's just the first few haven't, so that's all it is. But if they do, I'll make sure I keep doing it. Considering we revisited Castle Shrade in World, it'd be really cool if in Rise we revisited somewhere and they just like recreated one of the old maps, like this, for example. I think that'd be really interesting. Yeah, some question genuine give you the coolest stuff and others arts, so they're 100% worth completing. Cool, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Leave me alone, Neopteran. Okay, so I only needed 3 pieces of Dragon Amber. So they actually recreated the desert map of MH3 in Rise. That's awesome. I love stuff like that. Yeah, I only need 3. So now I'm just gonna look for some fossilized bones. Just because I can. Wow, they died quick. That was 2 hits. Yeah, I love the maps in Rise. I think they're really cool. You know, they're a little simple coming off of World, obviously, but I really like Rise. I think Rise is really cool. I still haven't found all of the freaking swords, though. That really irritates me. Because I feel like I've looked over the entire map and just haven't found them. If you could say anything about Rise, it's really cool. Yeah, I think so. I really like Rise, you know? I love the mobility. I love how the mechanics are changed by such a simple thing as silk bugs, wire bugs. Yeah, I think it's great. And it has more monsters in it than World did at launch, so that's a nice bonus. That's the same sound as the flies in Fable. Rise's monster count is actually on the low side for most of the franchise. Yeah, for most of the franchise, but again, it's more monsters than World had at launch. And I don't think it's going to be that much of a push for Sunbreak to push that monster count up towards where Gen U is. Rise has like something like 47 monsters. I counted the other day, but I might be wrong. Genuinely, what they said had about 14 new monsters. Where did they say they were adding 14 monsters in Sunbreak? Hold on. I have the numbers somewhere on my Discord. Let me have a look. Talking with phone wrapped. Yeah, Rise is already at 46 monsters, including Apexes. So, and World, when it finished, is 69. Yeah, Gen U has 89 monsters, so 46. So I mean, yeah, be another like 40 monsters. Both of the trailers? Well, hopefully over time. So if they add another 14, that's... Why am I so bad at remembering numbers? If they add another 14, that would make it 60. Yeah, so it's... I don't know. It'd be nice, but, you know, obviously we can't expect too much. Did you get all the item packs? I have them all. I haven't downloaded them all just because I wanted to get into the stream. I'm hyped for those new Switch skills. Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Sorry, I'm just reading something. I don't see anywhere that says how many monsters they're gonna add. But I haven't looked very hard, admittedly. Anywho. I'm gathering, what, royal moths? Immortal moths. Where are they then? Use more moths to research. I'm just gonna have to find them. I saw moths in the caves. And the jungle. So we will go there. Moth. This is so strange. Okay, how many do I need? 3? What's the other thing? Banahabra. I didn't know I could catch Banahabra. There we go. Hello, boys. I was tempted at first to go with Sword and Shield, but nah. Switch axe, my boy. Can always swap. Yeah, true. I mainly didn't want to choose sword and... Well, the main reason I didn't choose sword and shield was because I love the switch axe. But, I also didn't want people coming in and being like, oh, Barbie mode. Plus, I do like to challenge myself. Oh, so it's just kill the Banahabra. Oh, well. People would shame aerial swags much more than basically any SNS style. Why? Is aerial swags just like silly? Because if it is, bring it on. Bring on the shame. Swax users aren't really shamed, but most aerial Swax users are toxic. Oh, that's a shame. Good thing I'm not going to be playing this multiplayer. What do you have to say then? Skippy, just the hunter I was looking for. See, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. Are you much of an insect glaive user? Just so you know, you can select Kinsect Swap at the item box or smithy. That is if you have 2 glaives. Then it's off to the item box or the smithy. There is, of course, one small catch. Both Kinsect need to be the same type, blunt or blunt, cutting or cutting. Well, Skippy, what's it going to be today? Up and down. Never? Not never, but pretty unlikely. Unless I'm, like, absolutely desperate for help. Okay. I don't like to play with randoms, and the people I play Monster Hunter with haven't played this, so yeah, probably. I know it's going to be like raw hard. I know it's going to be really difficult, but you know, why not? Will you do Deviants too? I'll give it a go. I can't hit check, can I? So I just have to hope I get a Kelby Horn. But I soloed pretty much everything in Rise. G rank will definitely be a challenge. Yeah, I hope so. They used to be cool, but now most are just rather really bad or accept a hard carry. Yeah. I'd rather lose to my own incompetence than someone else's. Yeah, I mean, I soloed most of the stuff in World as well. You know, I'm not saying I'm like an amazing gamer or anything. I just, you know. Main reason I started playing Monster Hunter was because I wanted a similar kind of challenge that you get in games like Dark Souls. How many do I need? 3. If I leave and come back, will they just automatically have respawned? The only thing I couldn't solo in World was Fatalis, but that felt more like a badly designed fight than a challenge. That was just smacking your head against a brick wall. Yes, they do. F you! Hey. I might get my friend John into GU, but all depends. This one is a solve. Okay, one more. Hello, Mr. Kelby. Oh, there's 3 of you this time. My odds have increased. Da 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 da. Gathering quests are fun, yeah. It's what you expect though with this kind of game, you know. And it's never really bothered me. I don't mind games taking up a lot of my time just due to medical reasons. I have a lot of free time, so you know, giving me something to do while I wait for my fiance to be finished with work, you know, is pretty helpful. But we can all agree transport quests are the best. Yeah! Bring the Wyvern egg! I loved doing the 2 Wyvern eggs at the top of the Great Forest in World. I thought that was sick. It was so much fun. Desperately running away from... I know, obviously, the transport quests are way harder in this version of the game, but yeah, in World it was super fun, silly, and kind of entertaining. This is my dance. Do you like it? I am monkey. What's this? Let me hunt a meowster. Is it because I didn't talk to that girl a second time? Because she did have a red thing over her head. Just want to double check. Want to double check. Yeah, she has a red thing, so I'm guessing that's why. Of course, your dance is teabagging. I don't expect more from a toxic gamer. How dare you, sir? Oh, no, thank heavens you're here. I have something to ask of you, dear. The chief mentioned you, guessing and saying that you might be up for some quick jaggy slaying. You see, some precious felines were on their way here when, whoa, catastrophe struck in the Jurassic frontier. They meant to head east, but instead they went west, right into a dire jaggy nest. Please, Hunter, may we count on your aid alone? They won't last too long, I'm afraid. Here, let my pen take a short little jog across the pages for your request log. Your request log, don't you know? It's simply the best. It details all of your village requests. First, from the start menu, select Hunter Notes, if you please, and then select Request Log to view details with ease. It lists the requirements, rewards, and the client, so I'm sure it's something on which you'll be reliant. Go to the quest counter and look through the quests to find one fell and get rid of those vile jaggy pests. This is so cute. Okay. I pride myself on not being toxic. Thank you very much. I try my best anyway. I am actually fighting, so I will eat something. Whatever. Probably the coolest thing here is that you can play as a Prowler. Yeah! It's a neat little addition. Man, I love cheese. Cheese is the best. I love cheese. I buy fancy cheese, and I love it. I'm a dirty cheese snob. Oh, it's nighttime! Where did I see jaggies? It's basically like the best part of the game. So I saw Macaws in here. Why are you glowing? Oh, does glowing mean that they're like better? Or is it just because it's night? I don't know why I'm yelling. Very excited, okay. Hey, jig jag jaggos. Whiff! Whiff! Yeah! Damn it. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but there is a Discord. You don't have to join it, obviously. It's just so you can get updates on when I'm streaming and stuff. I'm obviously, as you can tell, a pretty small streamer, so you gotta try and build that audience and all that jazz. So join if you want to, don't if you don't. It really doesn't. it's really not important. Bam! Bam! Whiff! I don't know if I'll be streaming it, but if anyone watching is also interested in Elden Ring, I might stream it. I don't know. I've played all of the Dark Souls games so far. I think I streamed Dark Souls 3. I streamed some of it, not all of it. So, yeah, I'll possibly stream it. Okay, I'm guessing I've depleted this area. Yeah, huge Souls-like fan. Played all of the FromSoft ones, and played a few, obviously, non-FromSoft ones. I'm a huge Surge fan. I love the Surge. I think the Surge is a spectacular game. The Surge 2 was awesome. The Surge 1 was near flawless. Controversial, I know. Bam! Uppercut! Neo 2 is by far my all-time favorite Souls-like, but I love the Surge 2. I actually haven't played either of the Neo games yet. Never touched one though. I think one's great. I get why people don't like it, but I do. I think it's excellent. I think just sort of atmosphere and story-wise, the Surge 1 just, you know, wins hands down. And I think part of that comes from not being able to customize your character. You know, you play Warren. Oops! Didn't realize I was that close. This game looks surprisingly good. BAM! That was cool. I dance for you. The dance of my people. Oh God, I'm out of shape. Woo! What? Again. Ah, there we go. I was starting to think I broke the game. Ever play Remnant from the Ashes? Yes, I have. Yeah, I played it with John. Streamed it as well, actually. I haven't played Salt and Sanctuary. I have watched it, though. But yeah, Remnant's fun. Yeah, really liked Remnant. Remnant was cool. I think that team should, instead of focusing on an MMO, should make more games like that in just one big universe. I think that would be very cool. Do I have to talk to the cat lady again now that I've done her request? I know she's not a cat, she's a Wyverian, but... Yes, I do. Oh, Hunter, terrific! You're back safe and sound and pounded those Jaggy right into the ground. Surely your coming to Burner was fateful. You saved the poor felines and we're all so grateful. As thanks, I do hope you'll take a reward of a few things I'd like to accord. First is a treat, a sweet batch of honey, and Academy points, which are sort of like money. You can spend them for things at the bistro or trader, and if you ever run out, just get some more later. Thanks again, Hunter. We're deep in your debt. I'm sure that I'll see a lot more of you yet. Hey. Souls-like cinematic universe. Hell yeah. I would love a Surge movie. I think the Surge would make a good movie. I will make everyone hate me immediately by saying I really liked the Monster Hunter movie as well. The Monster Hunter movie was great. Again, I get why people didn't like it, but I did. Hey, thanks for the follow, Super Saiyan Jin, to Shane. And I'm one step closer to being part of the Gablin Mafia. Ah, Hunter, your time could not be any better. The chief researcher has just informed me of a dilemma in the Jurassic frontier. A bird Wyverian called a great macaw is impeding the Academy survey team's research there. It is vital that this research continue unobstructed. I have posted an urgent quest for you to hunt this monster. Be careful, the great macaw, known to lead packs of smaller macaw and can easily overwhelm you with their numbers. Prepare yourself well before you heart hunter. You can find the urgent quest count. I never saw the Monster Hunter movie, but I do hear a lot of bad things. I think it's great. I think it is super cheesy, silly action, over-the-top nonsense. And so one of the things people complain about is the lack of monster variety. Which, okay, sure, but let's think logically how expensive it is and how much time it would take to render and animate all of these various monsters for the movie. Taking into account that Godzilla, in the most recent Western Godzilla films, was the most expensive piece of animation ever made. Yeah, just Godzilla, just the single Godzilla was one of the single largest and expensive pieces of animation made. So do that multiple times over. It's a very expensive movie, and you know, I don't think Capcom's going to shell out that level of money for a movie they don't know is going to be successful or not. Especially considering how relatively unsuccessful the Warcraft movie was. And then, in terms of the silly, actiony stuff, that's what Monster Hunter is. I don't know why people would have expected a super serious, you know, well-written story from a Monster Hunter film. So that's why, you know, go into it with low expectations. You know, why would you expect something like amazing from a Monster Hunter movie? I don't get why. So that's where my head's at. What a powerful flavor. So do I buy paintballs here? Oh yeah. Should I paintball a monster straight away, like as soon as I see it? Or do I only really need to paintball flying wyverns? Things that, you know, can go to any zone really easily. Sorta, kinda, both. Okay. Maybe 10 depending on your build. Okay. A little bit. Okay. I don't know. It's okay. Don't worry about it, man. It's cool. Cats. Hey Lucy, welcome to the chat. Where the hell is this thing? Swear to God if it's in this one. I just paint everything as I, but as a Prowler main, I barely need to paint anything. Alright. Okay, there's the little ones. So it's not here. It's not gonna be up there, is it? We'll go to the plains. Running, 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 jumping. Oh, okay. Look at them leaf textures. Here he is. I want this thing. That is an awesome intro. I want this thing in Rise. This thing looks awesome. Look at that stamp. Yeah! Yeah! Go, 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 go! Yeah! Trans slash! That whiff! Yeah! Oh gosh. Get up. Get up. Get up. Oh! Returning to camp. My first faint. Welcome to Monster Hunter. Where is he? He was in number 5. They bullied me. I don't think my sharpness went down though. Double check. Great start, yeah. I got greedy. I'm learning. Yearning. Hello again. Good to see you. Oh, he leaving. No, he not leaving. Yeah. Oh, he is leaving now. I love how they don't have 360 movement. It's really weird. Like, they only have 8 degrees of turning. Oh, no, 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 don't sharpen! This is not what I meant to do. I just meant to take out my weapon. Way too entertaining. How much slower do I go? Yep. Oh, damn it! Probably a bit early to take one of these, but I might as well while I'm here. Her pose. Hey, Eggbutts! Welcome to the Gablin Game, man. How you doing? We're learning old school Monster Hunter. It's on the Switch. Whiff! Oh, he's tired. He's not tired anymore. Oh, get on the ground! battleground! Trans slash! Trans slash! Boom! Get effed! Yeah! Get whacked! Get bizzle backed! Get gablined! Get wiggity whacked! Get smacked! Get attacked! Now I'll kill your children! I'm mad with power! Kya! Berserker Barrage! Hacha! No! Pose! I just pulled my headphones out. God damn it. Oh, God. It's both a sword and an axe. Oh, am I gonna have to reset everything? All right, the audio's coming through for the Switch on your end. It's just not coming through on my end. Massive stone carved into an axe that can be turned into a sword. It's a Switch axe. All right, so the Switch might go down for a second while I just get sound back for me. So just give me a second. Sorry about this, guys. Like I said, the audio should be coming through for you guys. Capture audio only. God damn it. Oh, there we go. You got it now, but your voice is a bit quiet. Yeah, let me fix it. Switch. All right, okay, here we go. Hey dear. Right, I'm gonna restart the stream just to get this fixed so I can actually hear the game. So I won't be long.